Good morning, everyone. Last time we finished the exercise of the first lesson. Exercise 5th we have finished, right? Now, today we'll start with lesson 2, subject and predicate. Parts of a sentence, subject and predicate. Every sentence is made up of two parts. Look at this sentence. A policeman appeared on the scene. Now, here in the sentence, we are giving information about the policeman, what he is doing, and additional information about the policeman is given in the sentence. What is this sentence about? A policeman. So a policeman is the first part of the sentence. The second part says something about the policeman appeared on the scene. The first part of the sentence that names what the sentence is about is called the subject. Now underline this. What is a subject? A subject is the first part of the sentence about which the other words in the sentence tell you additional information. Then the second part of the sentence that says something about the subject is called the predicate. The second part of the sentence is the one which tells you more about the subject. That portion is called the predicate. That group of words is called the predicate. The subject often says who or what performs the action that the verb refers to, right? The subject always tells you who or what performs the action in the sentence. So underline this also, write down these 3 points in your notebook. Then in statements, the subject is usually placed before the predicate. For example, look at this sentence. The story is very interesting. What is very interesting? The story. So the story, the subject comes in the start of the sentence and the predicate is afterwards. But sometimes for the sake of emphasis, this order may be reversed. For example, Ranjit stood in the corner of the room. Who is standing in the corner of the room? Ranjit. So he is the subject. Now you can write this sentence in this order also. In the corner of the room stood Ranjit. The order of the sentence is changed for emphasis. So predicate is put first and then the subject. Write down this important point. For emphasis, the order is reversed, and write down both these examples, how you can change the order of the sentence. Now moving forward, subject in imperative sentences. In imperative sentences, the subject is always you. Imperative, it is always understood that the sentence is telling you something. You are the subject, you have to do the action, but it is not mentioned, it is always implied. Let us read further. Here just write down the subject is implied. But the subject is not stated, it is implied. Take these two sentences. Wait outside. Now wait outside is told to you, right? You are the subject here, but it is not mentioned in the sentence. So subject is implied, it is understood, it is not written. Same way, take this medicine every 4 hours. Every 4 hours. Now this instruction is given to you, so subject is you, which is implied. These sentences actually mean you must wait outside, you should take this medicine every 4 hours, right? Write these first two examples and then these two also, so it is clear. Now it is clear that in both sentences the subject is you. So this instruction is given to you, this sentence is told to you. In imperative sentences, the subject is always you, but it is implied, not stated. Implied means it is understood, not written in the sentence physically, right? Write down this point, it is important. Now further, D, in questions and exclamations, the word order is slightly changed and the subject is not placed first. So in order to find out the subject, it is also helpful to write these sentences as statements. For example, have they bought the books? This is the question. Now can you make out the subject here? in order to make out the subject, we write it as a statement. In order to find out the subject, we write this question as a sentence. They have bought the books. Now here you can clearly understand that they is the subject. Now we can easily see the subject is they. How nice you are. This is an exclamation. You can write it as a sentence. You are, how is in brackets, nice. You are nice, right? The subject is you here. Similarly, what a stupid answer she gave may be written as she gave a stupid answer. So subject is she. Write down the first two examples in this. In questions and exclamations, write down this point. It's very important because in questions and exclamations it is difficult to find out the subject. So you can change it into a statement and find out the subject, that what the sentence is about. Write down this first example and the second one. How you can change it. Write down both these. You can change the order into a sentence and understand what is the subject. Right? 1 and 2 examples, not 3. So to find the subject in a question or an exclamation, write the given sentence as a statement. This is the rule. Write down this. Now we'll solve this exercise by tomorrow. We stop here today.